Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Now, I've been a big fan of the Fallout series. The first game I played was Fallout 3, which I think a lot of the people that enjoyed the very first games of this series probably think that's the game where the series died, but that was the first game I ever played, and I actually really enjoyed it personally. And probably it's sort of the fact that I wasn't viewing the game through nostalgia goggles and all that I enjoyed it as much as I did. But I did enjoy it so much that I went back and played Fallout 1 and 2, and although it was pretty difficult to get used to the gameplay because the game mechanics and gameplay are completely different in those games, I still enjoyed them anyways. So I remember when I heard Fallout New Vegas was coming out, I was so excited because it blends, well, it basically blends the stories, well, the better story of 1 and 2 with the gameplay of 3. But I hated the game at the time, and the reason why is because I had this game for the PS3, and it just ran like complete garbage. There was so many glitches, so many crashes, so many just inexplicable technical issues that I just didn't like the game because it just wasn't well made, at least not on the PS3. So I'm very glad that I'll actually be able to play this game now on the PC. I've never played it on the PC before, so this will be the first time I'm playing it on this, which will be nice to get that awesome 60 FPS and all that good stuff. And just the fact that I also installed a bunch of mods that don't really change the gameplay much, but they change a lot of the textures and the visuals and the models and lighting and all that stuff and weather. It just makes the game look even prettier. So I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. Now, unfortunately, I like this song, but I'm going to mute the game right now, and that's just because I'm almost sure that if I don't mute the game right now, I'm gonna get a lovely copyright strike or copyright violation, and I'd just rather not deal with that. So I'll unmute it once I know the song's done, because I did do a little test run of this, so I know when the song ends. But I will go ahead and show this whole intro sequence, and once I unmute it, I'll be quiet for the most part, because especially once the voiceover starts, I really want you all to hear that. Alright, I think I should be good now. Yeah, now I'll mostly be quiet. And splat.
War never changes.
Yeah, and this guy's why I'm going to be quiet, so you won't hear another word.
When consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after.
Alright, so yeah, now I'll start talking again. I couldn't talk over that guy. And unfortunately, subtitles aren't allowed during the cutscene, so I'll also stay quiet soon now.
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck.
Whoa, don't just aim that at people, bud.
The game was rigged from the start.
Well, there's the game. Thank you all for watching. I mean, obviously we just got shot in the head. No surviving that, so that's the end of that. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, obviously I'm joking. I'm sure most people watching this know that. But, I don't know. I just love that voice actor, the person who does the voiceover there. I think it's actually the same person who does the voiceover for Fallout 1, 2, 3, for the intro and the outro. I just love his voice, so I just couldn't talk over that. And on top of that, although I have subtitles enabled, it doesn't put them over the cutscenes, so I just kind of have to stay quiet for them. Unless I'm sure people would otherwise just get pissed at hearing me talk all the time. So yes, I don't think I talked much about the mods I added. None of the mods I add really do anything with gameplay. They pretty much all are aesthetic, and I'm sure those of you that played the regular Fallout New Vegas, not modded, you can tell the difference already. The textures and the enemy models, or not enemy, but NPC models are very, very different. So, what's my name? I actually pre-made a character because I didn't want this whole video just to be a cutscene and then me fooling around trying to make a character for 15 minutes. So, I'm just going to go through this quickly.
I'm Doc Mitchell.
Well, hello there, Doc Mitchell.
Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits.
God,
and
I love his stupid, I don't know, stupid sounding accent.
You'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
So yeah, I have a bunch of aesthetic mods. And as you can see, one thing it adds is a bunch of new choices, like other than just, what? Beagle? I don't know what Beagle is. But yeah, there's a lot of choices here, and I already went through all these to choose the one I wanted. Jeez, there are a lot of choices. I didn't even look through all these. I will put a list of all the mods too in the description if I'm smart enough to remember to do that. So I won't go through this very much. I just wanted to show you all the different things. I think there's mods that add different hairs, like new hairs to the game, but I didn't download one. I didn't really find one either. Basically, all I did is I looked through on the Nexus mods site. I basically just looked through the first 5 pages of the top-rated mods, and then miraculously I chose all the ones that, you know, I thought looked good but didn't mess up the gameplay or the gameplay mechanics too much. You know, I wanted to keep the gameplay itself pretty much the same. I just wanted to make the game look pretty. So I have like 15 mods, or I think it's like 12 mods, and miraculously they all work perfectly fine together, which I was very much surprised by. Are you sure you want this to be your character? Yeah, sure. And for some reason you can also choose eyebrows with one of the mods. I don't know why, but I guess that works. But yeah, as you can see with Doc Mitchell, his facial hair and just face in general looks so much better than, well, any of the other facial hair in the entire game. Well, in the regular game, I should say, the base game.
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and load this right here and show off the character I made. So yes, I made the character look somewhat like myself. I really couldn't get it. I can never really make a character that actually looks like myself in a game, so I kind of got semi-close. So yeah, I spent like 15 minutes doing that, and I'm sure that's a good reason why I didn't record it, because that probably would be very boring. So yeah, let's just go through this character creation. I know a lot of people that loved the earlier Fallout games really love this game, and I think it's because it sort of it takes all the good things. It fixed a lot of the bad things in Fallout 3 and took a lot of the good things, like story-wise, from the original Fallout games. And actually, I know for a fact that a lot of the story of New Vegas was basically taken in pieces at least, from what was going to be the sequel to Fallout 1 and 2, developed by Black Isle Studio, which were the original developers before Bethesda bought the game rights from them. So yeah, so let's choose our nice little special stats. I don't think I'll really do anything with strength or perception. I mean, all of these, as you can see, they all affect different things. It might be a good thing to have a little bit of endurance. I think I'll put at least one of those in there. Charisma is always helpful too. I really like intelligence though, because the thing with intelligence, it affects how many skill points you get each time you level up. So in the end, if you choose a high intelligence, you're going to be you're going to have better skills all across the board at the end of the game. So I always like to have a decently high intelligence. And normally I don't do this with the other Fallout games, but in this game, yeah, I like agility too normally, but meh. It says it affects your speed, but I think technically it doesn't actually affect your character's like walking speed at all. Maybe your reloading speed, but I don't think it affects regular walking speed whatsoever. One thing I normally wouldn't do is give my character a high luck in any of the Fallout games, because luck is kind of it's something you can't really predict how it'll help you. Like, as you can see, it affects all skills, so I think it just generally makes all your skills better from the start. It makes enemy mishaps greater, so I'm assuming that affects their accuracy and whatnot. And it gives you more critical hits, so it can help you, but it's not that predictable, just like, I guess, luck in real life. But the thing is, in this game, there is, well, obviously it's in Vegas, so there's a lot of casinos, and you can make so much money if you have a high luck skill. So I'm willing to bite the bullet with the fact that this isn't that special of a special skill, and make it a little, quite a bit higher, because I can make so much money once we get to the casinos, and it'll be very quick. And also, there's just, in general, stupid little funny things you can have happen if you have a higher luck skill, so that's why I'm making that higher. Is there anything I want to decrease, though? I don't really want to decrease strength, perception. I really don't want to decrease much, because the one thing this game did is it added a lot of attributes that each of these govern that Fallout 3 removed. Like, I know strength and I think agility affects what guns you can wield, so I don't really want to make agility or strength lower, because that could really mess up the guns I can actually use. So I think that's a pretty good special skill set. Yeah, pretty standard. And I suppose, yes, that is a good score for having a bullet just go through my brain.
But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in the bighorn and drop it.
Oh, you know what? I was wondering why there was that lobotomy choice. I guess the lobotomy is just so the fact that you just got shot in the head would look a little more realistic. Also, just a little thing I just remembered when I first played this game. I remember I was so excited when I saw these pre-war books, because for those of you that have played Fallout 3, pre-war books were like they're something you can get a lot of money out of, because they're very rare. So if you gave them to a Brotherhood scribe, you'd make a shit ton of money. So I'm like, oh my god, look at all these pre-war books. But they're pretty much worthless. I mean, I'm sure you could make a nice little library and a house, but value-wise, they're pretty much worthless. So yeah, let's continue character creation. I'm trying to stop myself from going off on a lot of tangents, because I realize that once we start exploring the game, there's going to be a lot of dead silence that I need to fill with random commentary. Dog. Yeah, cat seems like a good choice. House. I remember I actually tried doing this legitimately the first time. Like, I tried thinking the first thing that popped into my head and then try to find it on this list, but most of the things I thought of aren't on this list. So either I'm really weird or their choices they made are really terrible. And obviously a lot of these you can just tell how they would affect your skill set, because this obviously affects explosive, this probably affects charisma or something, or not charisma, but barter. You know, a lot of these aren't really even relevant to the question, or relevant to what he's doing. So I'm just gonna choose random ones.
Bandit.
Crush.
Light.
Yeah, sure. Light, dark. Oh man, that's
Mother.
edgy. Mother. I thought father, I remember, but there's no father. Caretaker.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one.
I will try to at
Conflict
least answer
just
these
ain't in my
legitimately.
nature.
Conflict isn't in my nature. I would agree.
I ain't given to relying
Yeah,
on
because I'm
others
going to
for
actually
support.
sort of try to play this game morally like I would in real life. I mean, obviously in real life I probably wouldn't run around shooting people and killing bandits because that's kind of something that could get you killed very quickly. But I mean, when it comes to the moral decisions you have to make, I'll try to somewhat do it realistically. I don't even know what he said because I went off on such a tangent. I'll just do no opinion.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Oh yeah, that's a strongly disagree.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
No, I'd strongly disagree.
I charge in to deal with my
Wait, did I
problems
accidentally
head on.
choose the wrong one for that other one? I think I might have. I charge into my problems. I'd say no opinion.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
A butt crack.
Tell me what you see.
No. I guess I'd choose an ant. I see a nice little ant there.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the
How
butt
about
crack.
this one?
Okay, I remember one of them looked like a butt crack. Yeah, I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like.
Last one.
A bearded man, yeah.
Well, that's all she wrote.
The one thing I hate, I remember I was looking forward to what they would like say about my personality, like they do in the GOAT test in Fallout 3. But unfortunately, he doesn't have results, so all it does is randomly, or it chooses skills that are semi-relevant to the way you answered. So let's see what it shows. Guns, science, and sneak. That's actually pretty close to what I want. I want guns, science, and lockpick. Now, I'm choosing these skills just because some of these skills will help us just explore certain areas better, and it'll also just help us not die. Like, guns is obviously very useful because, well, guns are a lot more frequent to find compared to, let's say, what's the other one? Energy weapons. And is there big guns? No, I think they removed big guns. I think it's just guns and energy weapons. Yeah, it used to be big guns and then something else, small guns. So yeah, I think I'll choose this. It's a pretty good choice. Like, I've tried certain things like survival, but survival just isn't really worth it, and yeah, I'll just choose this. It's the best. I think overall it's the best choice.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you.
Uh-oh.
I got a form for you.
You don't want me to pay you, do you?
Sense of your medical history.
Oh, you
the
just want a
formality.
form? I don't
Ain't
know what
like
the
I
point of this
expect to
is.
Find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Oh yeah, now I remember. It's to choose the traits. Okay, the only one I think I'm gonna choose, because all of these have like bad sides to them, but the one I think is the most fun is the Wild Wasteland, because basically it just makes certain random events that are really stupid happen, and I like that, so I'm gonna choose that.
All right, I guess that about does it.
I guess so.
Come with me. I'll see you out.
But maybe I don't want to leave, Mr. Mitchell. Maybe I just want to stay with you forever because I'm scared of the real world. Did you ever think of that? Okay. I am going to ransack his house at least once he lets me... Well, once he gives me his little Pip-Boy. Then I'll ransack his house. Aren't I a nice person? He just saved my life.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults
lovely
before
old
the war.
Pip-Boy.
We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after... And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty.
Thanks for patching me up.
Don't mention. You should. Anyway, you ever?
Yeah,
get
sorry
hurt
for
out there,
skipping
you
this.
come
I've just
right
seen
back.
a lot of this
I'll
text
fix
a
you
million
up.
times
But
before.
try not to get killed.
You can
anymore.
pause and read if you really want to. Hardcore mode. Oh, this is the decision. Do I want hardcore mode? I'm going to play on medium difficulty, but hardcore mode, I think I'm going to do it, because all it really does is it makes it so you You have to use those doctor bags for broken limbs. Right away doesn't work immediately. Oh yeah, same with stim packs, they heal over time. Ammunition has weights. And dehydration is a constant concern. I'm going to choose yes. I might regret this, especially when it comes to ammunition has weight thing. That's the one thing that might just make the game a little annoying. But I'm going to do it. Everything else, I think, just makes the game a little more difficult and a little more fun. So yes, let's go ahead and ransack this poor man's house. And look at us with our spiffy Vault Tech uniform. But yeah, this, I think, is the only Fallout game where you don't start out in a vault. I guess except for Fallout Tactics, but that really wasn't a Fallout game so much as it was kind of just an off-spin. And I guess you could say the same with New Vegas. It's not really, it doesn't have a number next to it, so you can't really say it's a part of the main storyline. And yeah, one thing in this game compared to Fallout 3 especially is they tried to bring back having to have a certain skill level to do certain random activities. So if we had chose a higher repair skill, we could have actually repaired that. Same with the chemistry set. We could actually, yeah, we can do this because we have the we have a higher science. We have a higher science skill. So let's create some stim packs. Yeah, that's useful. And let's ransack his other things. One thing I remember was also very difficult after being so used to Fallout 3 is I sort of had it memorized which items were useful for like crafting weapons and which items were, you know, good for selling. And this game kind of made me have to rethink all of that and actually have to take a look at what everything was. Oh yeah, let's just do take all. That's a better choice than picking everything manually. Alright, yeah. I am kind of one of those people that's very anal about exploration, so if you're someone who's gonna like complain about me exploring every building, then you might not want to watch this Let's Play. I mean, I'm not like too crazy about it. Like I tend to miss things a lot regardless. Like I'm probably gonna miss a lot of books and magazines and stuff like that just because I don't see them. But for the most part, I do like to explore as much as I can. I'm not someone who's just going to rush through the whole game and try to get through the main story as soon as possible, because when it comes to, like, well, when it comes to most Bethesda games in general, and also when it comes to the Fallout series, the thing I like about it the most is just the exploration. I tend to sort of postpone the main story as long as possible and do all the side quests and everything first and foremost. Now, I'm probably not going to do that because this is a Let's Play and I don't want to make this last 200 episodes, but I'm definitely going to do a lot of exploration. I'm not just going to go straight for the main story. Okay, I think we've pretty much searched as well as we can. And because I have the Ultimate Edition of this game, and as you can see, I changed the color to blue just because I like blue. But yes, because I have the Ultimate Edition, we start out with a shit ton of weapons. All kinds of weapons. Oh, man. How does this work? Oh, okay, I just hold one and then I can click on what I want to be there. Makes sense. Oh, 2, yeah, 2 is change ammo, I forgot about that. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very much more used to the console version of this game, but shouldn't be too hard to pick up on the controls for the PC. Yeah, that's one thing I should have probably done, is I should have tried to get a little bit more used to the controls. And oh god, the light, it burns. Alright, now we're gonna get a shit ton of messages for all the DLCs. Yeah, unfortunately, I think when you have the Ultimate Edition of the game, it does kind of break the game a little bit to start out with. Just because you've got... You start out with so much weapons and so much armor. Oh my god. What is this? Oh god. Okay, this is apparently a part of one of the mods I have. Oh god. Oh, so that just changed the weather, I guess. Alright. I guess I'll wear this armor to start with. Oh, now this, well, that decreases our agility. I'll choose this to start with. Oh god. I don't want to do this. How do I get out of this? Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess that all that does right there is it can help me alter weather or learn about what weather it is right now. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm probably not going to screw around with that too much, but otherwise, as you can see, as you can probably see in the description, I've got a lot of mods downloaded. So let's just explore the town to start with. Oh my god, I hate when you've got all these mods in the first 2 Fallouts. It just gives you all these damn messages and quests, and it kind of breaks the immersion for the first several minutes. And like I said, it kind of makes you really OP. So I guess the first place we should go is Goodsprings General Store. I mean, we're gonna have to go to all these buildings eventually, so I guess this is a good first start. We can at least sell some of the stuff we just pillaged from Mr. Doc Mitchell's house.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office.
Although I sometimes skip dialogue, I think for the most part, I'll try to listen to it all. So for those of you that just want to re-experience the game, or maybe some people might even be experiencing this game for the first time, you know, a lot of people, I think, a lot of younger people, I think, didn't play Fallout until Fallout 4 just came out. They never played a Fallout game before that, so I'm sure there might be a couple people at least who are experiencing this game for the first time. And yes, let's take a look at what he's got to offer. The thing I'm really interested in is this. Yes, one thing I should mention too is, like I said, most of the mods I do are just aesthetic changes, but there is one mod that makes it so that every weapon has at least 3 mods that you can attach to it. Because if you play the vanilla version of the game, some weapons have a lot of mods that are attached to them, and some only have like 1 or none. So that's something I thought was a pretty nice thing to add. So yeah, you can see some of them right away, like the lightweight filling for a boxing glove, because why not? Laser pistol focus optics. Yeah, I think that's one that was in the game normally. Yeah, one thing that I definitely noticed when you first start the game is you have very little ammo. You can buy surplus ammo though. And that's one thing they also removed that I kind of liked in the original, or in this game that they removed in Fallout 4, is I really like that you can buy like surplus ammo and kind of just random junk that honestly doesn't make much of a difference, but it just kind of, it's just the small stuff that makes the game more interesting. And damn it, I keep pressing escape to try to exit out of menus, which is really annoying.
Take it easy now.
Yeah, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and just end this episode right here, so sorry if I'm just kind of have some disjointed commentary. The thing is, I'm trying to balance just spewing a lot of random information between letting people actually enjoy the game itself, so I think some of my commentary just sounds a little disjointed and whatever, so sorry for some of you that I might have annoyed through that, but anyways, if you made it this far, I guess I must have been doing something right, so thank you all for watching, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.